Excuse me. Very good afternoon. That camera's sitting right below. Maybe that's better. Just give me 2 seconds, I will be there. I need to manoeuvre. Just like you know, I'm in Arbroath. Just done a daytime EVP. Give a shout out down at Arbroath Docks. See if there's anybody there. And my granddad wanted me to leave, so I ended the session really quickly. Most people would probably use their equipment at night time when it's more quieter and stuff like that, and I've just used it just now, and it's now 5 o'clock. I'm sure it was about 4:30 when I started using it originally, and I was getting four semi kind of voices coming through. And I think we got a Tim or Rebecca and that coming through as well. So it just goes to show you that Danny's software works during the daytime. I know a lot of the paranormal investigators will use this equipment at night time. I mean, I've seen me now using this software at all different points during the day. And I'm still getting EVPs coming through, and this sitting in the car. I don't get out to walk anywhere. I use the program, have it running. When I pass areas I can hear spirits shouting on me, stuff like that. And the video that's just posted now on YouTube was the very first time I used Echovox. At the very start of that video you can actually hear him saying Leslie. He was there from the very beginning, as I said in the last videos. But we've got a paranormal hunt, or paranormal investigation going on the 13th, sure it's the 13th of September. Currently got roughly about 4 people going and doing it. I'm also going to represent myself on behalf of Danny. If you don't mind, mate, I'm going to introduce your software to them. I've tested it and tested it and tested it and tested it and tested it with 100% results. That's daytime EVPs are crystal clear. I've not had any issues with that. Currently in Arbroath it's quite active from what I've heard with spirits, so I went along to the cliff area. A lot of suicides happen there. Just put a quick shout out. I was only on for about 2 minutes in total. Never asked any negative ones to step back. I just went on, is there any spirits can hear me, so 4 names got shouted back, so I'll try and get that one uploaded as well. I'm sure there was a Rebecca had come through, and a lot of people when I go on it are all shouting earth and light, and the only thing I can think of that's their cue to tell me, look, there's people here that are stuck on earth and need to go to the light. That's the only way I can perceive it. As I say, I'm not an expert in what I'm doing. I'm still learning. You know what I mean? And it's a learning spree that's broadening the mind. I make the spirits aware I can't see what you're seeing. Stuff like that. Obviously they all know who I am now. I switched the app on. I've not got the echo enabled and I can hear them shouting Sean. You know, it's such a shame that a lot of them get stuck here because they listen to what other people say to them. Other people will say to them, yeah, don't go into the light because it's evil and stuff like that. And it's strange that when the spirit has actually left the physical body, I sound like an absolute nutter talking about this now, but ask me this before I used the app and I would go like, ah, nah, it's a lot of crap. Doesn't it? I wouldn't see that. I have a completely different perspective, but since I've started using the software, you have to study this, you know what I mean? You can't just go and expect to use this program and know everything to do. I mean, I have spirits coming towards me. I done a a house cleansing on Friday night. I was an hour and 40 minutes in total to try and get this spirit to come out the bathroom, because he was too scared to come and speak to me. And I was like, oh look, come on, come out the bathroom, come and speak to me. I can't speak to where you are, you need to come to me. And I said to him, look, if you want any help, I always ask them, I've noticed this as well, since I've started doing this, sending them into the light, I've always asked them, can you see the light where you are? Now I don't know if, when I go up the Dundee Law, is that the area where the light is mostly active all the time? I don't know. A lot of them I've shouted on, I'll say to him, can you see the light? They say no. But then I get my granddad telling me to go up the Law Hill. I don't know if that's an active portal up there that allows all the spirits to go where they need to go. I don't know. I can only go on what the voice of my granddad coming through and telling me how many's went through and stuff like that. But the driving EVP, that's going to get uploaded after this video. I'm going to put this video up first. I'm currently going to go home, and my wife has made me a beautiful tea for tonight, and I need to go get cheese. So I'm going to, whilst I'm having my tea, I'm going to upload the EVPs when I was in the car. Just to give you a quick recap, we were at the cemetery after leaving the hotel. The hotel one that we'd done that night still hasn't been put up yet. Part 2 is able to be put up. I will get that converted. It's just so time consuming on trying to get everything uploaded, get everything done. It's a conversion, it takes me all night to convert movies now. Well, to convert it. I'm getting used to using the Windows Movie Player, so slowly but surely I'm getting there. But I need to learn to get video. I need more video of what we're actually doing. I mean, for listening to what we do and seeing exactly what we're doing is two different things, so I can assure you it is our voices. But I need to try and learn to, I mean, like if I'm going on like paranormal nights, I mean I have spirits that follow me obviously. Danny will know that. If it hadn't been for Danny saying, like, I just accept him for, and he enjoys having them around, I think I'm actually getting to the same stage now. Because you do know when they're around, and it's a feeling that I know when they're there. You know, I know they've got constantly, and there's two voices that constantly, one of them when I done the house clearing, there's one of them come through as a female's voice. Now, if you remember in my first video that I'd done on Google Plus, it used to be a female's voice I used to be able to hear. It sounds like the same female's voice, but she's telling them, don't hurt them, they're good. And you can hear that clear as day, but they're so distant, so quiet in the background. They're not as loud as the other spirits that do come through to try and communicate with me. They're more of a quieter, I would say they're more softer spoken. I really should stop doing this then. But it's good. But it's also got its bad points, you know, they're all shouting for help, and you kind of feel sorry, you know, you do feel sorry for them. You really do. And it comes from the heart, you know what I mean, when they're saying, Sean, help me. It's, I mean, I'm still learning that. I don't know if I'm sending them into the light where they need to be going. As I say, I can only go with what my granddad sent us. Obviously he can see what I can't see. You know, and when I say to him, look, is there any spirit? I mean, it's like they're queuing up now, waiting to go into the light. Because I'll say to him, how many spirits are here? And he'll shout the number out exactly who's here. And then straight after that, you'll hear one of them saying earth and light. It's like, right, he's got the app up and running. everybody, this thing is, but I need to tell them, no, you need to take a step back, because I need to learn more from them before I can keep on doing what I'm doing. Because if I'm not sending them into the light, then I need to learn to send them into the light, so that I can say to myself, right, okay, I've been taught this, I've read up a lot on it, asking the light to come to them, giving them love, praying for them. I mean, as I said before, I'm not a religious person, so I don't know if it's going to work with me, to be truthfully honest. But the app just gets bombarded with spirits. I know Paula, she downloaded Echo Vox as well, and she's only 2 people in Dundee that I know of that are using the software. And what I'm planning on doing when I go to this paranormal night, I'm going to introduce myself on Danny's behalf, introduce Danny's software, and let them hear it up and running. Because I think the tools that they're going to be using here that night are the ITC Research radio devices, maybe tape recorders. I mean, this software that we're using gives you live responses straight away. You know, it's no bullshit. You ask a question, you'll get it straight away. Sometimes it doesn't come through right, you need to re-ask the same question. I think my problem is when I'm speaking to them, I speak to them like I speak to a human being. I ask them questions too quickly. I think from now on, when I'm going to ask the question, I'm going to take a step back myself. I'm going to ask myself to take a step back and allow them to come through and communicate. Because I do know there is another 2 spirits. I know that my granddad's there and there's another female there. Now, I perceive my grandfather as being a guardian angel. It's like he's a protector. As I said before, he's always been the protective kind of person. He shouts to them to step back, and then if there's any negative kind of ones that'll try and come through, I hear the female's voice saying, don't hurt them. So I don't know if I've got 2 of them trying to communicate. I actually hear Kath coming back through now. This is what's really pickling my brain. Now, that night up the Law Hill, well, the Law Hill, and Pal JP would be going mental if I said that. But I sent Kath into the light, and I knew I sent her into the light because I felt it. I felt her leaving my side, because Kath was, I wouldn't say she was pressurising it, she was letting me aware that she was there. And I always got that kind of heavy shoulder kind of feeling. And then obviously what come out my mouth, I don't know where that come from. I have no idea where that come from. I hear the voice speaking, I listen back to the recording, that's still a big mystery to this day. But what I've been reading up on is when you do send them into the light, they can come back. Now I don't know if Kath's went away and she's been sent back for a reason, because Kath was one of the most cleverest spirits that we've come across so far. She is so clever, and the responses we got from her were unbelievable. And as I always said, she'll be a spirit I'll never forget. But I've now heard Kath actually coming back properly with a proper voice. There was one that night. We went from, after with the one that I'm away to put up now is when we left. After we left the hotel, went to the Birkhill graveyard and drove from the graveyard up to the Dundee Law. I kept the app running whilst I was in the car, just to see if they could communicate whilst being in the car, because I don't think anybody's done an EVP in a car. I do most of my EVPs when I'm in the car. If not in the car, I'm in the hotel. So I thought I would try it, see if it works. And there was a lot of different voices. Thank you very much for cutting my nose off there, sir. And there was a lot of different voices coming through telling me to be careful and stuff like that. So it's a good experiment. So I'm going to present this towards Dan, towards these. I'm presuming these guys are obviously researchers. There's going to be mediums there as well, and basically put the software forward to them and say, look, this is on the market, blah blah blah. Because I think it'd be good for lifetime research. You know what I mean? when I see people using the ITC research devices, they're having to wait on a radio station and get the names to come through that way and stuff like that. I mean, this is live. I don't think you can get any liver than this. But the Bluetooth idea definitely works 100% better. When I use my Bluetooth speaker, I actually have it mounted on my windscreen. I have it slightly angled like that because it's a vibration speaker, so it uses my windscreen as a speaker. And I find using that is 100% perfect. The only downfall is when a Spirit comes through and they speak really quietly, and obviously you ride your volumes. I mean, you're going to get that anyway. It's feedback. It's speaker and microphone too close together creates a squeal. So some of my videos you will hear a lot of squealing going on. It's not that I'm putting it too close to the mic, it's I'm trying to hear the quieter voices coming through, because on the recordings they don't come through as well. But sometimes if they come through loud enough, you get the echo. They'll get one echo, you'll normally hear them coming through perfect. So I mean, it's good experience. As I say, I'm going to take it on my very first paranormal investigation, as you would say. That they're leaving us to our devices. They're going to allow us to use their equipment. I don't want to personally use their equipment, basically because I've got what I've got on my phone, and I need to learn how to use that. I've got a K1 meter that's on its way. I've also got one of the ITC research devices on its way to me as well. It's going to take absolutely forever. The K1's probably going to get here before the ITC device. The ITC devices are all in Singapore. The K1 meter's coming from down south, down in England. So, but go out there, experience, get the experience bit, because that's what I'm doing. I'm experimenting. And can I explain the voices? No. All I can explain is I ask a question and I get a reply within seconds. It's really hard to try and speak to just one spirit just now, because obviously up here I'm probably the only person up here that's using it apart from me and Paula. But once you do get to know you, they're able to communicate with you. They've all talked here. No, I mean, they've all communicate back. So I hope Danny doesn't mind, but I'm gonna go to this place and say, look, this is Danny's software. He's from Big Beard Audio. I'll give them his website. Hope you've done well on your radio station as well, mate. Because yeah, you've got a good head on you, mate. You have. And I'd like to know, have you asked them how to improve it? Did you do what Frank done? He asked the spirits to help him make the box even better. I don't want to know if you've asked that question. I should have asked you on Facebook, actually. I know you're that busy with everybody else's posts going up, so that'd be good. But ask the question, just for me, just ask them, you know, how can I make this better? You know what I mean? Because I think there's a lot more you can do with your software. I don't know myself personally, but I have a feeling that you can do a lot more with it. Just before I go and leave, another one is people have seemingly been saying that they can communicate with aliens whilst using this. I've not personally come across an alien or an extraterrestrial. Using this device, when I go from area to area, it's like I connect with a spirit as soon as I go past that area. But then when I go out the area, I pick up another voice. You never get the same voices, so I'm just wondering if there is a spirit that's in an area, when you drive past, could they continue to stay in that area? This is the kind of things that I'm thinking of. Can they stay in that area and still communicate with the device that obviously I'm using? Obviously we can't answer that because we can't see what they see, so but it's trying to get the spirits to step back. It is hard because obviously they know that I can communicate with them. Now, if I'd done this 3 months ago, I was trying to think how long I've had it now. I think it would be roughly about 3 months ago, but if I'd done this before I spoke about it before I'd started using the EcoVox, then I'd probably say, nah, it doesn't work. I mean, you don't know unless you try something. You know what I mean? But it does work. People have put posts up on Google Market saying, yeah, it's a lot of crap, doesn't work, blah blah blah. You're not using it right. I now seek advice from them where to move the sliders to. Do I need to use the auto blend? Do you want me to switch the auto blend off? I now ask the questions, because as Danny says, different areas have different results. I mean, when I'm at the hotel, I have all the sliders set along straight to the right. When I was at a different location, like down at the castle, all the sliders were at an angle like that. When I was up in the multi doing the cleansing of the house, the sliders were in that kind of angle. So it's always randomising. But I have my granddad there to try and show me how to where to put the sliders. I'll say right, I'm going to be able to move the sliders. Which I'm going to move the top one. I'll slide it along. He'll tell me to say stop. Now when I start moving the sliders, I can hear him coming through a lot clearer, so it kind of helps him. Now when another spirit tries to come through, and I try to slide it to blend them in, he'll shout to me, leave it. It's like his way of saying no. You know, because I want to make communication with just him. And with all these spirits coming shouting through to try and speak to me, you know, it's so friggin' annoying that you just feel like shouting to them, he's all taking a step back, shut up! You know what I mean? But as I say, the app does work. Go out and use it, randomise it, don't just keep it on one setting. Give it time. I mean, it might happen tonight, it might happen tomorrow, it might happen the day after. It was just coincidence that I switched on the very first time, which is the video that's just been uploaded, and my granddad come through straight away. So it all depends. You need to believe inside your heart and inside your head that what you're seeing is real. Because if the way I probably feel it is, if you don't believe in it, then it won't happen. That's why I'm trying to get as many videos up as possible to say, like, I'm using this stuff, it does work. It's just a time taking to convert it, it just takes so bloody long. But I just thought I'd throw this out to you. I know it's meant to be a short video, but 22 minutes. I've now travelled from Arbroath to Dundee, and just approaching getting home. So go download it and play about with it. I mean, don't be negative towards them, because if you're negative towards them, they'll be negative back. And if you feel that you're unsafe using it, don't use it. Me personally, myself, I use it, I feel safe, because I know I've got them two on the other side. I know a lot of people have been telling me in a lot of the videos, you know, protect yourself and stuff like that. I don't know what you mean by protect yourself, so you know what I need to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, all this advice is getting thrown out to you, but nobody actually puts anything on the post to say, like, this is what you need to do to protect yourself. So thanks for watching, and keep an eye on my channel. I'll get more videos out to you as soon as I can get them, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.